You got your admit from the TU Delft or Wageningen or Eindhoven. You accepted the offer, you're excited, and now you open Google and search Netherlands student visa process. Every result tells you the same thing. Your university applies on your behalf, IND processes it, you get your MVV sticker at VFS, you fly, done. This is technically correct and completely useless because what those guides do not tell you is your university's international office can sit on your documents for weeks before they submit to the IND, and you have no official mechanism to push them. So your 90-day processing clock has not even started. They do not tell you that the TB test you need to take after landing is a mandatory condition of your residence permit. Miss the 3-month window and the IND can revoke it. They do not tell you that DigiD, the Dutch government's digital ID, is the key to your bank account, your health insurance, your tax file, your My IND portal. And most students wait weeks to apply for it because nobody told them it is urgent. I'm going to cover all of this. 7 minutes. Let's go. First, let me explain what makes the Netherlands visa system fundamentally different from the France, Germany, or the UK. In most countries, you apply for your own visa. You gather documents, you submit, you wait. But in Netherlands, that is not how it works. Your Dutch university is your recognized sponsor with the IND, the Immigration and Naturalization Service. They apply for your MVV and your VVR together under one procedure called the TEV, which means Entry and Residence. You do not apply yourself. You provide documents to your university, they submit to the IND, IND approves, then you go to the VFS to collect your MVV sticker in your passport. This sounds convenient, and it is until the university delays. IND has a 90-day processing window from the date your university submits. But here's what most students miss. Universities do not submit the moment you send your documents. International offices are processing hundreds of applications. Submission delays of 2 to 4 weeks are common. And in peak intake season, that's July, August for September starts, they can stretch longer. Your visa window is being eaten before IND has even seen your file. So what you can do? After you send your documents to your university, email the international's office directly and ask for your TEV reference number or submission confirmation. This is your proof that the application has actually been submitted to IND. If you do not have a reference number, it has not been submitted. Chase politely but consistently every 5 business days. Once IND approves, you will receive a letter with your V number, your alien registration number. Take this to your VFS appointment along with one Dutch specified passport photo. VFS will coordinate and stamp the MVV sticker into your passport. This can take up to 10 working days. Hand in your passport and be prepared to without it during that time. The Dutch government sets what is called the study norm, a minimum monthly amount you must be able to cover for the living expenses, and as of 2026 this is 957.87 euros per month for university students. This figure is reviewed on 1st January and 1st July every year. So always confirm the current number on the IND website before you submit. That means for a 2 years master's program, you need to demonstrate approximately 23,000 euros in available funds and not counting the tuition. I'm putting the required list of documents on the screen here. Pause the video and check this carefully because one wrong document can delete or delay your TEV application. Your university's international office may ask for a specific document checklist that differs slightly from the official IND list because they have learned what IND flags. One thing they consistently look for: funds that have been in the account for at least 3 months. A large deposit made last week to meet the threshold is a red flag, not a solution. If you are planning to use education loan funds, make sure the sanction letter has been issued at least 4 to 6 weeks before your document submission and that the letter explicitly references international or overseas study. Loan letters issued for higher education with no geography mentioned have been returned for clarification. If your university has already asked you for your documents and you're not sure whether your financial file is structured correctly, our team at Maven Consulting Services has reviewed Netherlands TEV applications specifically for years. And the link to book a session is in the description. India is on the IND's list of high TB risk countries. That means every Indian student who receives a Dutch residence permit must take a tuberculosis test after arriving in the Netherlands. This is not optional. It is a condition of your residence permit. If you do not take the test within 3 months of arrival, IND can revoke your VVR. You will sign a declaration of intent to undergo a TB test, IND form 7603, as part of your permit application. That signature is your commitment. This is important. The TB test must be done at a DigiD, the Dutch Municipal Health Service. There are 25 DigiD regions across the Netherlands. You go to one in your city. This is not a private clinic. This is not the University Health Center. It is specifically the DigiD, and only DigiD results are submitted directly to the IND. The test itself is a chest X-ray which costs you about 60 euros approximately. And after the test, the DigiD sends the result to the IND directly and you do not carry a certificate. If IND finds your result concerning, DigiD will contact you for a follow-up every 6 months for 2 years. One thing students consistently get wrong. They assume a clean result from a private clinic in India before departure counts. It does not. The IND requires the test to be conducted at a Dutch DigiD after arrival. A private Indian clinic result, even from a reputable hospital, is absolutely rejected. So book your DigiD appointment within your first week, not your third week. Your first week appointments fill up in university cities like Delft, Eindhoven and Amsterdam during orientation season. If you wait, you will find the nearest available slot is 6 weeks away, and that can push you dangerously close to the 3-month limit. The moment you arrive in Netherlands, your first administrative priority is registering with the municipality, the gemeente of the city where you will live. This gives you your BSN, or the citizen service number. Without a BSN, you cannot open a Dutch bank account. You cannot register for the Dutch health insurance. You cannot get paid for part-time work. You cannot file taxes. You cannot access the My IND to track your own residence permit. Everything runs on the BSN. Keep in mind what I'm about to tell you. In major university cities, Amsterdam, The Hague, Eindhoven municipalities run dedicated registration days for international students during orientation week. These are not regular municipal appointments. They are special slots faster and often the only way to get your BSN quickly. Here's the trap. Many students do not know these slots exist and book a regular municipal appointment instead. Regular appointments in cities like the Amsterdam are often booked out 8 to 12 weeks ahead. You will wait nearly 3 months for your BSN through a regular slot, during which you cannot open a bank account or register for health insurance. Check your university's international student portal before arrival to find out when the dedicated registration days are. Pre-registration is usually required online before you attend in person. At the University of Amsterdam, for example, you must complete online pre-registration before you can attend the in-person session. Without it, you are turned away. Failure to register within 3 months of arrival also carries a residence permit consequence. So this is not a do it when you settle in task. Do it in week 1. Once you have your BSN, you apply for DigiD immediately. This is your Dutch digital identity, a username and password combination linked to your BSN that gives you access to every Dutch government portal. You need your DigiD to log into My IND and check your own residence permit status. You need it to file taxes. You need it to access your health insurance portal. You need it for StudyLink, the national student registration system. In the Netherlands, if a government service exists online, DigiD is the login. Applying for DigiD is straightforward. Go to digid.nl, enter your BSN, date of birth and the Dutch address. You will receive an activation code by post, typically within 3 working days if you are registered with a Dutch address. here's what most students do not read. The activation code expires in 20 days. If you apply for DigiD, the letter arrives at your student accommodation and you're traveling or have not checked your post, the code expires and you have to start over. Apply for DigiD the moment your BSN is confirmed. Make sure someone can collect your post at your Dutch address. Do not leave DigiD for later. Each delay cascades into delayed bank account opening, delayed health insurance registration, and delayed My IND access. The entire Dutch administrative chain starts with DigiD. Treat it as day one urgency. One final point that is worth knowing before you even start your degree. After you graduate, Netherlands offers what is called the orientation year permit. In Dutch, this is a 12-month residence permit that lets you stay in the Netherlands, work full-time in any role without needing a separate work permit and look for a job or start your own business. You must apply within 3 years of your graduation date. It cannot be extended. It is a one-time permit per degree. Note, when you apply for the orientation year permit, the start date of your permit is the date you submit, not the date IND approves it. This matters enormously. If your final semester ends in July but you apply in August, your 12-month clock starts in August, not July. You've lost a month unnecessarily. More critically, if you plan to continue studying after the orientation year, say a second master's or a PhD, your student resident permit will start on 1st September. If your orientation year permit started on 23rd August, it expires on 23rd August the following year, leaving a 7-day gap before your next study permit begins. That is a residence gap. IND does not automatically bridge it. Apply for the orientation year in September if your graduation was in the June-August window. The simple timing decision protects your continuous legal residence in the Netherlands. 6 things that you can take from this video. Your university submits your IND application, you do not. Chase your international office for your TEV reference number. If you do not have it, the clock has not started. The study norm is 957.87 euros per month. Your funds must be seasoned. IND flags fresh deposits. Structure your financial documents before your university asks. The TB test is a condition of your permit, not optional. Book DigiD in your first week. Private Indian clinic results are not accepted. Register with your municipality in week 1. Use the dedicated student registration slots and not a regular municipal appointment. 3-month delay consequences are real. And you apply for DigiD the moment you have your BSN. The activation code expires in 20 days and missing it delays your bank account, health insurance and My IND access. If you plan on the orientation year, apply in September after a summer graduation, not before. Protect your continuous residence. If this gave you something the standard guides did not, hit like and subscribe. Every week I bring you the information that actually matters for your study abroad journey. And if you have a Netherlands admit in hand and want our team's help structuring your financial documents, reviewing your TEV checklist, or planning your post-arrival timeline, then Maven Consulting Services link is in the description. Book a session and let us get you ready. See you in the next one soon. We have observed that many of our viewers are not our subscribers. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, do it right away, because if you do not, you will not get an update on our next video. Thank you.